3, 2, 1.
The following presentation is brought to you by Kid Thunder Productions.
Let's see. Go to my SNES game library. Yeah. Aha!
Mark of Classic Game Room has Musha for the Sega Genesis, and I have Space Megaforce for the Super Nintendo. Space Megaforce, or Super Elise as it's known in Japan and Europe, is another game that is a part of the Elise series. This game was developed by Compile, while Toho, the company behind the Godzilla series, stood behind them as publishers. I'm wondering if Godzilla had some role in this game. Maybe, maybe not. Well, let's go ahead and check this game out. According to Wikipedia, the story differs slightly depending on which version is played. Regardless of the version, the opening premise to both Super Elise and Space Megaforce are actually the same. In the year 2048, a large mechanical sphere falls from space and starts attacking major cities around the world. After much destruction, the sphere hovers around the jungles of South America, drawing lines into the ground similar to the Nazca line drawings as it expands itself and draws energy from the jungle foliage. Equipped with its own defense system, the sphere destroys all attacks made on it by Earth's military. The original Elise fighter ship failure to stop the sphere's growth prompts the construction of a space fighter capable of wielding amazing weaponry, that fighter being the Super Elise. Tasked with flying into and destroying the sphere, the Super Elise must also destroy any reinforcements the sphere calls for, which come from the deepest depths of space. In the original Japanese story, the Super Elise was piloted by an ace named Raz, and his co-pilot was a mysterious young alien woman named Thea, a prisoner aboard the sphere who harnesses strange powers freed by the constant attacks against the sphere. This role in the game was to fly with Raz into the sphere, weaken its defenses, and properly rest the sphere's power source. The presence of both characters, and thus the game's original ending, were cut from Space Megaforce. But here's the catch. In the intro, there is no text given here to explain the story in a nutshell. If you thought that this is some average typical shoot 'em up, then you are completely wrong. This game is indeed one of these games that would be considered a Russian beat type of game. If you're looking for some fast-paced action, then this is the type of game that you are looking for. Are you ready for an adrenaline rush of gameplay? Don't hesitate to play this game. In this game, this is one example of one of the first shoot 'em up games to birth in the bullet hell genre. But that is if you set it on the hardest difficulty of the game, which is between funny and hyper. Challenge and fast reflexes lies here, just like other shoot 'em up games. If you're playing this game for the first time, my suggestion to you is to start at the short game mode. The short game mode is an endurance of 5 stages. In the game, just like in any other shoot 'em up, you will gain power-ups here. However, Space Megaforce has a wide variety of power-ups that will keep your head spinning. The power-ups you have are multiple shot, lasers, circle, multi-direction shot, missiles, power shot, sprite, and scatter shot. If you played any other shooter that was developed by Compile, i.e. Xanac for the NES, Power Strike for the Sega Master System, or Blazing Lasers for the TurboGrafx 16, then you can see the gameplay similarities within all of the three games. But keep in mind, I personally do feel that the gameplay does stand out well in Space Megaforce. Boss battles in this game doesn't get any better than this. It's all up to you to take them down with a vengeance. What's funny about the bosses is that when you confront them, they greet you with some voiceover dialogue, which was rare in a shoot 'em up back in the day. Take the boss area in Area 2 who says, or the boss in Area 10 saying, I'm unaware of why would they say that, but all I can say is that just take them down or you're toasted. Holy shit, what can I say? The graphics are mind-blowing amazing for 1992. It's amazing that the developer spent so much time on this game and pushed the SNES graphical capabilities much further than what it can handle. Each stage in this game is uniquely detailed and nothing is repeated here. Instead of playing a 16-bit SNES game, it makes you wonder that you are playing something that has 32-bit graphics on a 16-bit console. What's even a major plus is that when there's a lot going on the screen, the game does not suffer from slowdown compared to certain Super NES shooters of its time, i.e. Strike Gunner STG. If this game does, however, it is barely noticeable. I would definitely say the graphics are just as radical as the graphics in Biometal for the SNES, which was released in December 1993, but probably on par with Wings of War for the Sega Genesis, which was released a year earlier. Maybe I should review Biometal sometime in the future, which I will. Do you see the scaling of the moving ship in Area 2? Or the wavy galaxy sky in Area 4? That is what I call f***ing awesome. What's ironic about it is that if we take a trip back to fourth quarter 1992 and we follow the video game releases of that era, we can feel that Compile is without a doubt geniuses who knows how to push hardware further than its limitations. Take Xanac for the NES for a prime example, which was an early NES title released in 1987. To view its presentation factor, we can determine that boredom doesn't live in this game. Why? Well, once you boot up the game, you get that awesome voice saying,
Space Megaforce, presented by Toho.
And then it goes into the game intro. And that, my friends, are a huge plus. With fast action gameplay, amazing graphics, and a great soundtrack, right here, this game is presented to us with a bona fide high presentation factor.
Overall, I do find that this game is without a doubt enjoyable. Well, so far we can see that there are positives in this game and not any negatives. Due to the rarity, this game is pretty pricey, but it's not as pricey compared to games like Musha on the Genesis or Aero Fighters for the SNES. Luckily, at the time when I bought it, I paid $20 shipped on eBay because I bid off of it. That was the same amount I paid for Contra 3 for the Super Nintendo when I bought that game off eBay. Nintendo, I know you're listening. This game needs to hit the Virtual Console shelves. Because Compile is now defunct, and it's a shame that they're gone. However, every game that was made by Compile kicked ass anyway. But overall, if you're a hardcore Super Nintendo collector, then I recommend you get this game. Kid Thunder signing off. Take care everyone. Stay tuned for future videos. And let's go way beyond the galaxy.
Third